Welcome to another episode of Sitar Gurukul. I hope that the dance that I showed you in the last episode, along with the composition, is getting smoother as days goes by. Today, I'm going to take a little break from building on the composition. Today, we are going to start some kind of exercise for your left and right hand and coordination. Because the dance that we have already played were adequate for the kind of practices that we have done, but it was kind of in a basic level. So for us to transit from basic to intermediate, we are going to need to learn further exercises which we are going to use to play even more difficult tans or materials to build on our composition and to develop further skill. So today I'm going to teach you a next level palta. I got this from my second guru, Pandit Kushal Das, but I also got this from my other Guruji, Pandit Asim Chaudhuri. They both gave me this palta, and it took me a while to really understand what's going on. But I've also heard great stories. I've heard that Ustad Vilayat Khan himself used to practice this palta a lot, and this is great. It's almost like a tongue twister for your hands, and it's great to confuse your hands and to get more flexibility in both your right hand and your left hand. So without further ado, I'm going to teach you the palta. So I teach this in two ways for ease of understanding because it's kind of tricky. So if I say it out in notes, and if I start from dha, it's going to have four parts. So I want you to have notebooks in front of you so you can write them down, and I'll also post a total article about it, this specific palta, and break it down, but that's going to take me just a few more days to complete. So it has four parts. Get your pen and paper right away, or write it down on your notebook or your phone, as you may need to keep staring at it and keep on reading it out loud before you finally get what's going on. So the first bit is dha ni sa ni sa. So I'm going to play it. Dha ni sa ni sa. What you need to understand here is the fingering, because it may get a bit complex. So by the rule of playing the last note with the middle finger, it's going to still stand for the rest of your life. So one more time. Dha ni sa ni sa. So I'm pretty sure you've been looking on my left hand. Look on my right hand as I play it once again. So the stroking pattern is da ra da da ra da da ra. Why I'm using da is to give a little thrust, because the stroke of the ra and the stroke of the da is not the same. If you already haven't discovered it, it's not supposed to be the same. So the da is going to give you a little bit more of a sharp tone, and the ra is going to give you a little bit of a smooth tone. So that's the ra, and this is the da. So for ease of understanding, I don't want to cramp it up too much, which is why I'm excluding the jor sound. But when you play it, eventually it should sound like. So one more way to understand this, for people who are good with numbers, the combination is going to be 1 2 3 1 2 3 2 3. So dhani sa ni sa da ra da da ra da da ra. That's the first line. The second line is dhani dha sa ni dha. Dhani dha sa ni dha. So one more time, the first and the second lines. So 1 2 3 1 2 3 2 3 1 2 1 3 2 3 2 1. That's if you wanted it in numbers. The third line, sa ni dha, it's a return, so it's a mirror effect since it's a palta after all, so it has to have a second part which is mirror opposite. So sa ni dha, sa ni dha, ni dha. The fingering here is going to start from middle finger on the sa, because that is the returning note. Sa ni dha, sa ni dha, ni dha, sa ni sa dha, ni sa. Third line, sa ni dha, ni dha. This is a mirror opposite of the first part that we were, which was dha ni sa, ni sa. So sa ni dha, ni dha. If I wanted in numbers, 3 2 1 3 2 1 2 1. And lastly, sa ni sa dha ni sa. So 3 2 1 3 2 1 2 1. Oh, that's it. So 3 2 1 3 2 1 2 1. Sa ni sa dha ni sa. 3 2 1 1 2 1 2 3. So 3 2 1 1 2 1 2 3. I'm going to play the entire palta for you once. The second line, there is no second line, but what you can do is you can keep on shifting. So I started from dha. If you start from ni, it's going to sound like. So it's ni sa re, because it was dha ni sa, ni sa, which is why I am not bad with numbers, which is why it was better for me when I played it with numbers, because the notes will keep on changing, the formula or the sequence will remain the same. So judging by the going by the sequence, 1 2 3 1 2 3 2 3. The third, you can start from sa. And then re. So this will go on for sa or even ga if you want, and then you return. You're going to notice that a different portion of your hand will start to ache soon, and that is very important. If it starts to ache around here, you're going to understand that's a pointer that you're doing it right, because it's going to develop the muscles over here. It's going to make your hands more flexible. And stuff like this we usually play when we are playing a certain kind of tan called zamzama. More on this later. So that's it for today's exercise. Make sure that you start off very slow and make sure you have that da 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 da. You're going to notice that it's not always da 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 da, and that's where the fun will begin. You're going to notice that your right hand will turn slowly independent before you even know it. It's going to figure out what exactly the strokes are, even if you are not, if you're doing it subconsciously. Most of the case it will be subconscious. So that's it for today's exercise. See you on the next class with something even more interesting. Till then, practice hard. Take care.